All right, a very warm welcome to everyone for joining us today's session on Introduction to AI and Fundamentals of Machine Learning. We're thrilled to have with us Kirthana HS, who is a software development engineer at Volvo Trucks India, to guide you through the exciting world of AI and machine learning. Over to you.
Hi everyone. Thank you, Kamya, for the intro. I feel really honored to join the session and coming back to today's agenda will be learning about AI and then slowly we'll go ahead with fundamentals of AI. So yeah, how many of you are excited to know? Of course, everyone know what is AI. Even if I go to small kid and ask them, they will tell me, okay, this is AI. So it's been buzzing around all over the world since few years now. Obviously, everybody is curious to know since the demand in industry is growing rapidly every single day. So in today's era, if you're a techie, knowing AI is literally a mandatory thing, I would tell. So without AI, I don't think so we can survive because everything we are getting updated day by day, right? Even if we see any clothing app, they just want to build something related to AI. So yeah, how many of you are excited to learn AI today? Just comment down below yes. Okay. Without wasting much of time, let's dive into a topic. So yeah, AI you're hearing everywhere. So what is artificial intelligence? Anyone comment down in the comments what is AI. So in a very simple term, AI meaning is not, it's just nothing but, say, imagine you have a super smart robot, you have a friend, robo friend, and then say you are asking it to think or learn just like you do it, right? You can teach it to play games, answer to the question what you're asking for, and then even draw a picture of it. So that's called artificial intelligence. It is not a human intelligence, but artificially you're teaching it. That is called artificial intelligence in a very small, briefer way. If you want me to answer it technically, I would rather tell it is nothing but an intelligence. It is stimulation of human intelligence in a machine. It works through programming. That's artificial intelligence in a very simple way. And then what is the goals of AI? So why do we actually want AI? Definitely to automate things, and then we don't want to make it we don't want to put too much of our brain on our everyday task, right? So we just want automation everywhere, especially doing the complex task. And then adaptation, problem solving. When you code every day, you don't want to redo everything. And then that's where you need artificial intelligence. And then coming back to the branches of AI, you have many branches. You have machine learning, you have NLP, you have computer vision, robotics, expert systems, and many other things. So and then so like you that's the artificial intelligence. So now when people like really learn AI ML, right, people just get confused between AI and ML. So so now that we know what is AI, I would like to tell like what is ML. ML is nothing but machine learning. Since I gave an example of a robo, now I would tell, imagine you're teaching your robo to recognize this animal. So my robo is just seeing one animal. That is nothing but I'm showing an image of a cat or a dog or monkey or a cat, something like that. And then uh, I'm asking my robo which particular animal is this, and my robo is telling me it is a cat. How it is able to find out means it has been seeing this cat image since long. I mean just not at one instance. I've trained it in a multiple circumstances. I've showed this particular image like 101 times from the all the angles. That's how it's learning, and it is showing me and it is telling me that this is cat and this is dog, likewise to many other animals. So the key difference between artificial intelligence and the machine learning is artificial intelligence is nothing but you're just playing games, and AML is nothing but you are actually training and it is getting recognized. That is ML. And there are few um, uh, uh, there are few models. You majorly have supervised, unsupervised, and reinformative learning. So why do we train the models and do all these things? It is just to make our work easier. Say I take an everyday example of a traffic, right? So when you see aajkal ke traffics and all, you find a lot of fine directly getting back to you even without the police being there. That's one of the major use case of artificial intelligence. They have trained a model in such a way that if you skip a signal in certain radius or certain meter, they will recognize that, and then it will identify this particular vehicle as skip the signal, and then the it will track the vehicle number, and then they'll directly send you the information to you. That's how things are working and seeing everything live. We are the lucky generations, we are seeing everything on our face, right? So yeah, I mentioned about the models, right? There is the super model, there is unsupervised model and reinformative models and many other things. And I think today we have kind of learned about AI, what is AI, and then what is ML. Since I'm mentioning about learning, I will take you through what is supervised learning. So imagine you have a shop on Amazon, and it remembers you what you bought or searched for. Right? Generally, when you go to a website, you scroll things and that will be displayed like what are you searching for. It learns from a person like what this person really wants to buy. So it might be a phone case or phone, anything. The uh, the input should be like your phone case, and it is just searching your history, that is labeled data. And then you have supervised learning, that is nothing but a machine finds a pattern in the data on its own without any labels. So the supervised modeling for that you have to have labeled examples. But for non unsupervised, you don't need to have any labels for it. Example, Shopify. Look at the songs, and then you can group them in a category, like the way if you're working out, so you can just use that kind of a music. And then see, input is it's just you're listening to the habits. So it is able to track everything, and it's able to give you the favorite or the weekly things, whatever you do, it's automatically created. And then the informative learning, it is nothing but you're learning through a trailer or an error, and then it will keep it is going to store the data, and it is going to improvise it each time. So example is like, you can say hats. For example, each time you click on something, you get rewards, and that's how it's running. It's nothing but an user behavior, the most used things. And yeah, and we have deep learning and then many other things. So about deep learning, the best example is Netflix. um, yeah, so that was about uh, the models. So I think briefly I've covered things.
Yes, perfect. Also, Chat GPT, one of the most important, like the AI bots that you're talking
Correct.
about. So
Correct.
let's just know about your journey, how you started with AI, so that people who are very passionate about working in this field and developing a bot like Chat GPT, Gemini, etc. So how can they reach that potential? How can they learn and strengthen their basics and fundamentals? Let's just hear about how you started with
Okay.
AI.
So basically, I started when I was in Bosch. Like I started my journey when at Bosch as an intern. I was working at Industry 4.0. At that point, I was just able to grasp what exactly is AI. I was not working deeply anywhere into it. Post that, in 2023, when ChatGPT got launched, out of nowhere there was a hype, and then that's when I literally got triggered, and I just felt like, dude, I have to learn this. If I don't, nothing's gonna work. That's, you know, fascinated me. Like I just wanted to get in, I just wanted to understand things, and that's when I got started. And then slowly I started with the side projects. I started learning through YouTube videos, open source contribution, and other things. I didn't go to tutor anywhere. It's whatever I've learned, it's through open source or through the companies where I've worked at. So yeah, I started learning through the other technical events. I used to attend a lot of technical events at Microsoft and other things. And then that's when I started grasping things. And then slowly at Volvo, we had AI related projects. So that's when I got to know the real world actual use case of the AI. Yeah. So I learned a very big difference between using it for personal projects and then the real world projects. It's completely different. For personal projects, hardly we train few photos just to show it to someone, or just for the interview sake or something, or for the learning sake. But when we do it in a real world, it's so much complicated. Like we have to train n number of data, many things, images especially. The amount of data it is going to take or store, it's massive. So yeah, that's how I learned from YouTube learning to actual company projects. It's completely different. And even when we put it on a production, it's completely different. It's not the same case at all.
Perfect. That was really insightful. So, are there any key points or like certain things that you would want those who are starting their journey in AI to keep in mind? Ki at least ye cheeses so you can start. Like you just suggested, ki you learned through YouTube videos. You learned everything when you went to multiple community meetup sessions and everything. So, are there any key points that you wish to share with everyone that you should remember while you beginning your journey in AI?
Okay, definitely. So fundamentals in everything, no matter what, no matter you do full stack, front end, back end, AI, whatever you do, like basic fundamentals, तो सबको आना चाहिए basic coding. At least when you know fundamentals, it's easy to grasp things. At least any one particular language, learn properly. Now though we have GPT and many other tools, right? So we don't, give a damn like learning what is it, like how to code, and that's fine. Even I use all these things in my everyday life. I'm not saying I don't, but having the basic fundament strong, that's the root. So it's easy to identify the mistakes when you do. So basic fundamentals clear on a chair, and then the roadmap, like how to build things, and then following it up, like practicing it, practicing it each and every day. Like efforts really matters. Everything is there on GPT. You just give, like you get the entire project. But what really matters is understanding the flow, connectivity. If we learn all these things, it's really easy to understand. And majorly collaboration. people don't tend to collaborate. Even if you do remote or if you work at the office space, collaboration is something really key. Understanding your colleagues or maybe your juniors or seniors, collaborating with them, like where exactly you're lagging or they're stuck. So that's major important thing is what I feel. So don't tend to escape from things. If you are stuck somewhere, just go communicate with them, sit with them and try understanding. So that's another major key I would tell. And then yeah, jo bhi roadmap hai, like follow it clearly step by step. And then hands-on is everything I would tell. No matter how much theoretically I tell in the even in the podcast, doesn't matter until unless you are actually diving in into a project or taking it in a hands-on. So theoretical knowledge itna bhi ho, that's good for one go or second go, like understand theory in a one or two go, but focus on getting hands-on, like maybe give a prompt and then trial and error, explore. And then by that you learn the configuration key after this step, okay, this is there. And then that's how you get the connectivity.
That's very true. And the collaboration part and the implementation part, it's very, very true. Until and unless you collaborate, you talk to people, you talk to like-minded people, you meet new people,
Correct,
you won't be able
correct,
to, learn new things. And the more you interact, the
correct,
more you communicate, the more
correct.
you tend to
So if
hone
I sit
yourself.
the whole day and try to, figure out, I might take a day or two. The days really counts on, right? But rather, if I go to a person who has already faced this particular problem, so they will have a clear cut understanding. Okay, this was a problem. Even I did it. You're not supposed to do that. Okay, let me fix it. They will help you, and you learn something new. You're collaborating, and that's how team works, right? So yeah. So rather you're saving your time and they are teaching, they're also getting strong in their concepts and you got your work done. So everything matters.
Yes, very true. And also the implementation thing, until and unless you implement, you know how that things work and you see how that thing actually works and is predicting and everything, you won't be able to understand. Theory is all right, but
Correct.
then again, implementation is important. And with
Correct.
implementation, again,
Especially
collaboration.
yeah, especially when it comes to AI, right? If when you see output, you feel like, oh my god, this is so fancy. So I mean, at least for the first timers, that's how they feel when they do their first projects. Oh my god, this was so easy. It's so fancy and all. Yeah.
Yes, very true. Even when I did my first AI project, it was a very basic project. Everyone starts from somewhere, right? So it was a normal spam harm detection. And when you see he accuracy 90% I, accuracy
That's
88%
a
I, and
big
you
thing.
did something, you predicted something, you classified something, that sense of achievement goes a long way. And that is what motivates you to build more projects and invest yourself into reading and learning new
Correct.
things in AI. And AI is an
Correct.
ever growing technology.
Correct.
So
And
yes,
like when I did my project also, when I just saw the accuracy thing and all reaching, I had literally clicked the picture of it to keep it as a memory. That I was that mad happy. Because the efforts when you put before learning is really insane. Like बाद में like after 1 or 2 years you feel like अरे yeah, this is nothing, it's just everyday task. But when you do for the first time, you're figuring it out like how to do, you're stuck, you don't know anything, but when you just get that, you're on cloud nine.
yeah,
And
this
same
is
thing
true.
happens when we even do for projects in office also, right? We are stuck in multiple things, we have 101 ideas happening, we just want to see the output. And when we reach there, obviously it's a very big day. And then what disappoint the most is when something breaks in production. That's the horrible thing.
That also comes with practice and implementation. If you worked on it and if you face that problem prior to doing it on the main thing, you know how to counter it, how to solve
Correct,
it, how to
correct,
resolve
correct.
it.
But
Again,
the
then
level of
again,
tension
implementation and
when
collaboration.
but the level of tension when you are putting something on a production board, that's really high.
That is true. That is very true. So, yes, I guess that will conclude our session for today. So you might have got a basic what AI is, what ML is. You should have a proper roadmap that you wish to follow. Since roadmap is something that is very customizable to every person, you cannot follow the same roadmap that thousands of people are following. So it's better to explore it yourself, to build a roadmap
Correct.
that is convenient and suitable to your schedule and follow it judiciously.
Yeah,
So
that's
yeah.
definitely something that I agree. So for some people, it's documentation which works. For me, it was a combination. I used to, bump into docs and then sometimes YouTube, maybe even GPT, multiple things. It's not just one thing. So, and also for the first timers, watching a lengthy video is also not that, comfortable. So once you have to start getting comfortable, like the way like the way you watch movies, the series you watch. So interestingly, I know it's very hard, but still, to learn you have to sit, you have to make yourself more comfortable, no matter what, keeping the agenda in your mind, so that you can uh, be, I would say, for the beginners, just get comfortable watching the YouTube videos just like a movie. No matter what you're, no matter you're understanding a tale or nothing, just watch it, complete it. At least if you're watching for 15 minutes, be very much attentive, and then rewatch it back maybe 2 times or 3 times, or a number of times until you get it. But that patience of watching is really important. At least when I started, I used to watch for 5 minutes. I used to feel, man, this is not working. I'm bored. Let me watch something and then come back. And then eventually, I started rewatching it a number of times. And then now, if you give me even 3 hour lengthy video of any tech video, I got that patience that I can sit in a one stress and I can watch it. So cultivate that habit of sticking on to video until you complete that, and then rewatch it for first time. Nothing you will understand, not just me, anybody on the planet, especially tech. You have to rewatch, understand, and try parallelly. So if I'm watching a YouTube video, first time I'll be watching it entirely the way it is. For the second time, I'm understanding, so that would be like 40 to 60% max. And the third time, what I do is I sit with the YouTube channel and I keep my laptop parallelly. I do things what they're teaching. So that's how I learned. So I think that's how most of we techies learn, if we want to learn through open source.
That's
And
true. Our
after,
yes, our biggest resource is YouTube or documentation should be there because we do not have that
correct,
habit of reading. We should cultivate that habit of reading
correct,
documentation.
correct,
So that's
correct,
the best resource. And then
correct.
Chat GPT, Gemini,
GPT,
Claude.
our generation, we are the luckiest, I would tell.
It's
No
true because
matter what.
yes, even the basic of the basic tasks we are dependent on GPT to do it for us. Like कोई message
Correct.
भेजना है, GPT will do it.
जीपीटी
So
से
yes,
पूछो, मेल करना है जीपीटी से पूछो, क्वेरी
that
लिखना
is
है जीपीटी से पूछो.
yes.
But
And
that's
yes,
something
you
really
have
cool,
to
right?
start your journey somewhere.
Why do you want to put too much of your brain for something easier one? Rather put your brain on something which is really complicated, which GPT is not able to solve, right?
True.
So you can make it like in a very efficient, productive, I would say, like use it in a very productive way.
Yes, and that is why we are learning machine learning because we
Correct,
are teaching the machines to do tasks for us, and for that we'll have to have the basics of AI,
combi,
machine learning, and then move ahead.
correct,
Yeah.
correct.
So yeah, you have to start somewhere, and I guess YouTube is the best resource. There are ample and ample of videos. I'm pretty sure we all of us have started from YouTube. And
Yes.
yes, for we'll be having a few sessions in upcoming weeks. So stay tuned with us. We'll be guiding you throughout this journey. We will help you learn certain basics of AI, ML, deep learning, NLP, etc. So stay tuned with us. And yeah, that's it for the session. Do we have any questions? No, I don't think so. We have any questions. So yeah, thank you, Kirtana. It was amazing to interact with you, to know you and your journey with AI. Looking forward to more such sessions in the future. And yes, that will be it till
Thank you
then.
so much, Kamya. It was really cool. Interact interactive sessions, I believe. So looking forward for a lot. I hope like the audience got a good outputs.
Sure, they will. They will. At least they'll learn at least 5 to 10%. That's more than enough for us. If we are discussing something and if they're taking something with them from this, that's more than enough for us. That we had a successful session.
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you everyone for joining in. We'll see you soon in our upcoming sessions. Bye.